Alright, we're here today to do the unboxing for a mini chainsaw 4-inch portable. It's a 24 volt cordless power chainsaw. It is supposed to be a brushless motor, and it's made by Sportout. So haven't heard of that brand before, but we're going to give it a try. So opening the box, we see it comes with its own carrying case. Carrying case is pretty decent. It's not heavy duty, but it is sufficient. Inside the carrying case, we have the chainsaw manual. This particular model comes with two 24 volt battery packs. It also comes with two 4-inch chains for the saw. Has the 4-inch chain bar and also the charging pack. It's a simple charging pack that has a red indicator for when the battery needs to be charged, turns green when the batteries are completely and fully charged. And then the main tool itself. Inside it, for tools, it has a nut wrench to loosen the bracket to allow the chain bar to be put on and the chains. It comes with an adjusting screwdriver for tensioning of the chain itself. And then we were provided a "Congratulations, you're a lucky winner" card, scratch off. So we'll now proceed to assembling the chainsaw. We have the tool now. We're going to go ahead and add the chainsaw bar and the chain to have it ready for use and do the assembly. Most important thing is when you're doing the assembly, because there's no safety switch on this device, is never have the battery in when you're handing or working around the drive, the chain bar or the chain itself, so there will have no incidents of accidental injury. So to begin with, we remove the hexagon nut from the cover on the drive. Place it down, place the cover down. There's the drive sprocket, the adjustment screw, and the holder for the chain bar slot. We take our nut driver tool out. We have it, and we have take one of our chains. We have the 4-inch chain, and what we're going to do is feed it on to the chain bar. And it's very important on which direction you have your cutting teeth, so that they're on at the right angle. Then we go to slide it onto the drive and in the slot. And then also we have to make sure that the sprocket for the chain bar is in the adjusting nut slide. There we go. And that the chain itself stays inside the guide. There we go. So now we have it set up, and this is how it should look when it's put on correctly. The chain bar is in the slot following the grooves, and the chain itself is in the adjustment, so we can adjust the tensioning of the chain itself on the tool, and here's the motor sprocket or the drive. Once we have that done, we kind of keep it tight so it'll hold on, and then we take the cover and we replace the cover on the tool. Take our hexagon nut, apply it to the chain itself, and now as you can see we have it on there and there's quite a bit of slack in the tension. So what we would want to do is take our screwdriver to do tension, add tension to the chain so it'll be a little bit tighter. We stick it down into the adjusting screw, and once we get on the Phillips screw, we turn clockwise to add tension to the chain, a couple turns, and now the tension is about right. That's about where you would like to have the slack in the chain. Once you have the correct tension on the chain bar, you take your hexagon nut tool, and again you would go clockwise and tighten down the nut till it's firm and snug. Careful not to over tighten and crack the case. So that's pretty snug, it's not going anywhere. There's your tension. After you've completed all that, now you can check the device. Take one of your batteries, slide it in. It's clicked and ready to go. You keep your hands away from the chain and go ahead and attempt to see how it works. It seems to be working pretty well. Now these chainsaws are not self-oiling or have any oil, so you have to dab or put drops of oil on the chain bar. I'm going to remove the battery now for safety. Now I'm going to be pointing towards the chainsaw. There is no battery, so it is safe. I will take a small can or put drops of oil or dab oil on the chain to keep the chain bar lubricated for safety. Now this particular model made by Sportout does not have a chain guard safety device. So I will be checking on Amazon to see if there is an accessory that can be added to it. But that was one concern in the purchase of this one, was it did not have it, but it does have a bracket and a hole that seems like one can possibly be purchased aftermarket for this device to put a chain guard on it. So we'll be checking it, taking the chainsaw outside and checking how it does outside. Here we are, we moved outside to do a demonstration, see how well this 14-inch mini chainsaw works. We transported from inside to outside in a safety mode with the battery out of the device because there is no safety switch on it to prevent any accidents. We're going to go ahead and put the battery in now. We have our chain bar oil, put a couple drops of it. I'm dispensing it out of a condiment bottle. Got it going. We're going to first try a 1 inch to 1.5 inch mesquite wood. Here we go. Seems like it went to it pretty good. Next we're going to try a 2.5 inch piece of mesquite wood. Mesquite is a pretty hard wood, so that's why we chose to go with it. We'll see how it cuts through it. Seems to have worked pretty well on that. Didn't have any binding, any slowdown or cut speed reducing. Add a couple more drops of oil to it. Keep that chain bar lubricated. Now the next hardwood we have out here is a piece of oak, Texas oak, and we're going to go ahead, it's about 3 inches. We're going to go ahead and try cutting through it and see how it goes. went through it pretty well. My finger did come off the trigger, so that's why we had a little slowdown or shutdown, but as you can see, it cut real well through it. I'll change the angle here to show it coming through. As you see, it went through that pretty good. That's almost 3 inches of Texas oak, which is a real hard wood, and it didn't seem to have any issue with it whatsoever. So it seems to me it's working real well. So I think I would recommend it right now. I'll try it out for a couple weeks and get back on another review after we had it for a while.